Hey guys, welcome to my first ever anti-haul, which I'm very excited about. I've never done one of these videos before, but they're actually one of my favourite videos to watch. And if you haven't seen an anti-haul before, it's basically where people will sit down and instead of talking about what they've bought, i.e. a haul, they do the opposite. So they talk about the things they're not going to buy and why that is. And I've been keeping a little note on my phone for quite a while actually of things that I see and I just think I'm not going to purchase that. If you do buy any of these things, it's just my personal opinion. That's probably why I've been putting off doing this video, because I don't want to seem like I'm bashing any of these brands. Or if you really like the products that I'm going to mention, that's great, that's good for you. They're all different and that's the magic of life. I'm also going to be doing my eyeshadow as well because I thought it might be a bit boring just me sitting here and chatting. So I'm going to be taking this beautiful eyeshadow palette by MUA. This is their Tropical Oceana eyeshadow palette. 20 eyeshadows, talc-free pigment. You've got a mixture of mattes and these kind of pressed foiled shades. They're not foiled, but they're pressed shimmer shades. Remind me a lot of the Zulu palette by Juvia's Place. This palette I absolutely love. I dip into it now and again because they're so pigmented, these ones, that you literally only need a tiny amount. But MUA have recently gone completely vegan, so I thought to celebrate, let's use this palette. I did also use this in my latest video about eyeshadow blending brushes, so if you were wondering what I was wearing in that video, got a couple of compliments, so thank you very much. It was a combination of the pinks and the blues in this palette. If you're new here, I do make content on vegan and cruelty free stuff and things, so if that tickles your pickle then subscribe or like or comment or follow me on socials. You know the drill by now. I'm going to take the MUA Bronze Shimmer Bronzing Powder to just kind of warm my cheeks up a bit. I've already got foundation on and I'm using the Superdrug B foundation, their matte version. So the first thing that I won't be buying this year, and I say this year because Christmas is coming up, I will not be buying an advent calendar. So if you don't celebrate Christmas, an advent calendar is basically, usually they're chocolate filled, like every single day has one chocolate behind a little flap of card, and each flap of card, what a horrible way of describing it, but like each day you open another box and it counts down to Christmas and you get a little chocolate. But in all of those advent calendars is a massive sheet of plastic on the inside, because you can get vegan ones, typically they are milk chocolate, but you can get vegan ones these days, which is great and wonderful if you do want to carry on that tradition but you don't want to consume dairy. That's brilliant. But for me personally, I just think it's a waste. The chocolates are always okay, like just okay, and I'm not that bothered by it, and I'm not just going to do it just to keep up tradition. So this year I won't be buying an advent calendar. That might make me a bit of a Scrooge, but I just don't really feel the need to. Nor am I going to have a beauty advent calendar, because I've seen those are all the rage these days, and I am not going to be buying a beauty advent calendar either, even though I have had them in the past and they're great. Like if you really want one, absolutely go for it. It's your life, spend your money how you want. So I've only had one beauty advent calendar, and whilst like half of the stuff was amazing and I thought it was really good value for money overall, there was still, you know, quite a few things that I just never really ended up enjoying and using, and I had to give away to friends. So I think I don't really need it, and this year I'm really focusing on not buying things that I don't need. I'm going to pop some eye primer on. This one's by Essence. It is their You Better Work eye primer. And once that's down, I'm going to take a mixture of the pastel pink shimmery shade and the pastel blue, not that one, wrong one, this one, the pastel blue shimmery shade, and I'm going to apply them straight onto my eyelid, and then I'm going to apply a transition shade. It's kind of the opposite way around. You technically should do things, but hey. The second thing in my anti-haul is actually a brand that I'm not going to buy from, and not for the reason you may expect. Not because they are not vegan or cruelty free, because they actually are cruelty free, and that's amazing. I think that deserves a round of applause. And obviously I'm not including in this video anything from a non-cruelty free brand, because I'd be sat here for ages just listing non-cruelty free brands. But this brand I don't have anything against, I just don't get the hype. Being completely honest, like it doesn't interest me. None of the products are innovative in my opinion, and the brand I'm talking about is Kylie Cosmetics. I don't have anything against her as a person. It blows my mind that it's so successful, because in my opinion she literally hasn't had an innovative product since the lip kits. The first products she brought out were lip kits, and now she's got a whole range of different collections, and she's got concealers, loads of different eyeshadows. And I know that it's difficult to come up with a new product these days because the market is so saturated. It's just copycat products, but not at copycat prices. You know, we're not talking Colourpop prices. I think her palettes are at least $20, and especially in the UK, you'd have to order them online anyway. You'd then probably have to pay customs. It's just such a faff for a brand that literally doesn't impress me at all. If it came to the UK and came in store, I would definitely go up and see and like swatch some products, because I'm interested to see how they are in real life. But a lot of Colourpop products, very, very similar copies. The Hourglass foiled eyeshadows that I love, what are they called? Starlight, Scattered Light eyeshadows. Kylie Cosmetics copied them exactly. If you think about, like, compare Glossier to Kylie Cosmetics, Glossier, I would say their branding is innovative and like their products are different. You know, the packaging, the concept behind them, and then you can contrast it to Kylie Cosmetics, two brands that kind of came up at a similar time. And talking of Glossier though, another thing that I will not be buying, I will not be buying their lid stars. They are eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadow pens. A sponsored post came up on my Instagram and I saw it and I was thinking, how is this an advert? Like, that doesn't look good. It blends out to absolutely nothing. They're these beautiful colours, like this really lovely... I'm going to carry on with my makeup because I'm busy chatting here. But they blend out to absolutely nothing. And I just think there's no point. If you want a really, 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 really sheer eyeshadow, don't wear any eyeshadow. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's doing nothing, if you're doing the most and you're not getting the most, what's the point? What is the point? I do think that about a lot of Glossier products, to be honest. They're skin tint. You might as well just moisturise and leave the house. Like, what is the point? Another product that I will not be purchasing... Actually, I did purchase this. It didn't work. I returned it. And in the process of returning it, I realised that it's a waste of time. Foreo Luna Play. I think that's the full name. It's basically a vibrating silicone face scrubber, if that makes any sense. Like, it's supposed to be a very, very, very gentle way of exfoliating your skin if you've got sensitive skin. And I thought, wow, what a brilliant idea. That's something that I want in my life. I like a little bit of physical exfoliation on my face, around my nose. I figured it'd be a very gentle tool to use, so I picked it up with Cult Beauty. It was about £39. Basically, I scrolled along and I picked the cheapest one, and I thought it was cheap because it's small. And let me tell you, this thing is small. It's like this big, which is fine. I wasn't mad about the size, but firstly, my one didn't work. I pressed the button. You're supposed to be able to press the side and then it starts vibrating and you can just use it slowly and gently over your face. Didn't work. And also, I realised upon looking into it deeper, looking into more reviews, once the batteries run out on it, you can't replace the batteries. It's like a one-time use kind of product, which I think is so stupid. I mean, obviously you can use it without batteries in and just it not vibrate. Why spend £39 on that, you know? It's just a bit of a waste of money. And that's only, I think it's only that one because it's the smallest one, it's the cheapest one. The rest of them are close to £200, so... Moral of the story is, if you think you're getting a bargain and you think it's too good to be true, usually it is. On my lips, I'm going to be using the Essence lipstick in the shade 02 Happy. It's their This Is Me range of nude lipsticks, supposed to be for every skin tone, so it shows you which ones are for lighter skin tones, which ones are for medium skin tones, and which tones suit darker skin. I love this shade. I think it's really, really beautiful. I'm on a little bit of an Essence hype at the moment because they're just so affordable. On top of that, I'm going to put the Hourglass Unreal lipstick in the shade Prose. And that is pretty much it for my makeup. I really love these eyeshadows, like the blue and the pinks. It kind of reminds me of like a new romantic kind of vibe. And I'm just going to finish off with a few more products that I will not be putting my money towards. One product that doesn't interest me at all, even though I love the brand, Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipsticks. I don't really like them, and I have tried them before. I can't remember which shade I used, but I have tried them before, and they're beautiful shades. The shades look lovely, but the finish, it's a very kind of thin matte formula for a lipstick, which is nice if you've got perfectly plump and non-chapped lips, but if you have a little bit of dryness on your lips, like, I feel like it picks up on the texture. Another product I will not be buying, or I won't be buying the full size of this. Mini small sample size might tempt me because the concept of the product I love. It's the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. It's this beautiful green primer. It looks amazing. It sounds amazing as well. Like, it's supposed to be really hydrating and also really gripping. So hydrating your skin, but also really, really gripping on whatever you put on top, whether that's foundation or whether you put a concealer on top. It's supposed to really, really grip that and make it last all day. Amazing, right? But I've heard many, many people talk about this and say that it breaks them out really, really badly, and that's just not a risk I want to take right now. Like, I've been having so many hormonal breakouts around my chin and mouth area. Not at the moment we're all good, we're okay. But it comes in waves, let me tell you, it comes in waves. Another product that I'm, again, kind of on the fence about, some people say that you need, I've been recommended it so many times, people say you need to try it, this mascara is amazing, it will change your life, and it's also from Milk Makeup, it's their Kush mascara. I've read so many horrible reviews on Cult Beauty that I'm just completely put off buying it. But then I think, oh, the mini isn't too expensive, should I try it? But then I don't want to waste my money, I don't want to waste the purchase, I don't want to waste product, so I'm really on the fence whether to purchase it. I think it's going to be a no for me for now, because I love my Lily Lolo Big Lash Mascara. I don't really feel the need to try a new mascara, but oh god, I know a lot of people recommend it and say it's amazing. The bad reviews are really bad. They slate it to absolute bits and say that it crumbles down your face and it doesn't last at all and it's just generally rubbish, so and I think that is pretty much it. The only other things I've got on my list on my phone are wrapping paper. I will not be buying wrapping paper this year. Christmas is coming up, folks, and wrapping paper, a lot of wrapping paper just can't be recycled. It's like a similar kind of feeling to receipts. I didn't realise receipts can't be recycled either. Don't know if it varies between different kinds of receipts, but that kind of plasticky coating on them means they can't be recycled, apparently. So yeah, won't be buying wrapping paper. I do have a video on how to be more sustainable around Christmas, and there are loads of ways you can wrap presents without using wrapping paper. Obviously you can just use brown like packing paper. You can wrap presents in like vintage scarves or secondhand fabric, old clothes. And then the last thing that I've got on my list of things for my auntie haul is, or are, subscription boxes, which I, again, kind of on the fence about, because obviously it depends on what kind of subscription boxes they are, but I just think a lot of them are quite wasteful, and it does vary from brand to brand. For example, when I used to get Nourish beauty boxes, they were a beauty box, completely vegan and cruelty free. They were so good. They stopped shipping to the UK, but oh my gosh, I used to love those boxes and I used to find so many amazing products from them. Petit Voix I've actually stopped getting now because I just think that I wasted a lot of product that I just didn't need, and I think the nature of just getting a subscription box to get that feeling of like, yes, there's something new in the post. I know it feels good, I know it feels nice to get packages in the mail, but for me at the moment, I'm just not really that interested in having beauty subscription boxes. That might change. I might, like, when I get a bit bored of my makeup, I might think, oh, I'll just get a couple of months of a subscription box, and I'm always open to kind of reviewing boxes, because I know I used to do a lot of them back in the day, vegan and cruelty-free options, but at the moment I'm just not that interested. I think food subscription boxes, they do actually quite interest me, just depending on how they're packaged. Like, I know HelloFresh sends you like a little bit of saffron in a plastic package like this big, and there's this much spice in it. They just seem to package everything in a lot of plastic, so yeah, that is kind of the end of my auntie haul. I feel like that was a little bit negative, but I hope it was interesting, and if you've got any products that you will not be buying, please do let me know, because I genuinely love auntie hauls. I find them, I don't know why I find them so entertaining, but I do. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see some more from me, maybe subscribe if you fancy, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye!